Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Mahomes now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, M.D. guilty there. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's out right at the 25. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Mahomes on target there to Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Right there, look, 55. I'm going to run you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. On first down, this is Adams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Martinez. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Hey, we got tight left, tight his left. Hey, 4 down.
Martinez throwing on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Moss. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all offseason about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different long night.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? Let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Martinez in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On is the Chargers punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, Collins of LSU is the guilty party. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 7 catches, 73 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
A carry for Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Here's Martinez to throw on 2nd down. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Martinez. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Martinez now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Martinez. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's it, baby.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Adams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
False start. Offense.
Not what you wanted there, 3rd and 2.
And this is something you've worked on in practice from the time you were in training camp, yet you still create your own mistakes.
A draw play. This is Adams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now Martinez throwing on 4th down.
Offside. Defense.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Here we go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Tight end right. Tight end right. Yeah!
Complete to number 40.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
False start. Offense.
Let's go now. 61. The mic. 93's the mic. Cut. Cut. Cut.
And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm going to hit you all.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Martinez, off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Martinez. On 3rd and 2. It's caught here by Adams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Chris Jones on the stop. Here's Martinez looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Martinez. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down now, it's Moss. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And now here comes Kansas City. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well as scores. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Martinez now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out,
couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That throw into the arms of Allen, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Throwing on first down, Martinez toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Adams on the draw, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Defense, let's go.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check.
Now Gray. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
That's it, baby. That's it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Martinez. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going on.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Let's go. Check 26, check 26.
On second down, it's Thompson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
55 is my guy, 55.
Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief to fit. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Martinez throwing again. He's got Allen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw is Martinez, operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Double up.
On first down, Moss. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. Returning here is Wright.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So out come the Chargers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Check right 54. Right 54.
Here's Martinez to throw on third down. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Gray. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
On the ground, it's Gray. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. This is Hood on the ground, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective, and that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Martinez. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
We got 4.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Come on now, let's go.
So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. Martinez now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Martinez off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Martinez. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus. Yeah,
that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Martinez, off play action. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Henry. They run here with Hood. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Martinez operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Martinez. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Martinez. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now with Gray. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. A field goal does him no good. They need a touchdown.
And right now, in his mind, in his memory bank, he's drawing on times that he's done this before. Not necessarily.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes, and he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. On the run, this is Gray. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Right there in the middle, 55. Focus, defense, focus.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's back to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him.
To throw is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back to throw.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Let's get this. All day, every day, any day.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for our visitors, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.